And on P1, Mike Brown on the pattern.
With the Melbray Racing replica paint job, or tribute paint job I should say, really sets that magnificent machine off beautifully. Nice start, Mike Brown away. He's become a bit of a specialist in this smaller CC class in recent years. He's always one of the front runners here.
Paul Jordan going off P2 on the Aprilia. Much noisier as they blast away down towards Bray Hill.
Yeah, these twin-cylinder engines really have a distinct note.
Jamie Coward on the number 4. He's also on a pattern. We'll get into the difference between the different bikes in this one. Milenko by Padgett's, of course. For Coward.
Oh, look at the fantastic reflection from that camera angle coming off the Arai visor of Jamie Coward there. You can see straight down the road.
Yeah, that is his vision as he goes past the petrol station at St Ninian's Crossroads, under the bridge. And away now, Michael Dunlop on the number 6, also running the pattern, of course.
He's riding the official pattern. It's actually prepared by the factory that make the bike themselves, SC Project Racing. Come with a slightly different shape fairing for this year.
Tucked right in. You need every single mile per hour on these machines. Cam, if you're a big lad, this isn't the easiest class to ride in.
No, having the smallest horsepower output means that a lighter, smaller rider is a benefit, which is something this man does not have. Peter Hickman, one of the larger riders in the field.
We'll start to get our splits 9.5 miles into the first. 2 laps, remember, absolutely flat out. No fuel stops, no tyre changes. So no mistakes or advantages to be made. And we've seen a fair bit of that this week in the pit stops. And Mike Brown gives us our first target time aboard the pattern. Here he goes.
Treaded rear tyre, you can see the tread there, not the slicks as we'd see in most of the other classes. It's Rob Hodson and followed by Peter Hickman.
Yeah, Hickman's closed that gap down a bit, hasn't he? His first splits are coming through. Look, Paul Jordan 1.3 off Brown. We've had the same 3 riders on the podium, Cam. Admittedly, we've only had 3 races this week, but obviously we've seen Hickman, Harrison and Dunlop in various order on the podiums. I think today, or this race today, could potentially be different to that.
Well, it certainly could. And have a look at the splits. It's close at the front there, Mike Brown, Paul Jordan and Jamie Coward. No, they really are the 3 specialists in this class, but Michael Dunlop has already pulled a solid few seconds on them on the way down into Glen Helen on the first lap.
Here's a look at Hickman over...
Now, there's something coming out from behind him there.
You think fluid?
Absolutely. I think that fuel cap may be leaking. There was definitely something. I thought it was steam or smoke, but
and
it would make sense. Maybe the fuel cap's come loose. Wow, Peter Hickman's getting a high-octane rinse wash.
Here comes Dunlop now. Let's see what the gap is as he comes through. I think it's on the exit, if I remember correctly. There it is, 15. So again, another 3 or 4 seconds on the run up the mountain.
Yeah, he's not letting off one bit. You see his line choice is absolutely pinpoint. He's really putting on a display of how to ride this Isle of Man TT course.
You're with Mike Brown as he goes down Bray Hill at the start of lap 2. We're at the halfway point of this one. And it's been a rough week for weather with the delays and so on, but we have had some brilliant racing when we've had the bikes out on course. Michael Dunlop is your leader. Paul Jordan, you see, crosses the line. He's just a 1/10 of a second apart from Mike Brown, so that battle might well rage. But have a look at this and we'll get an idea of just how quick Dunlop is and what his lead is as he goes on to lap 2. Cam, he's looking like he's going to be tough to beat. Let's get that split.
Yeah, he certainly is going to be tough to beat in this class. He's a specialist. He's on a machine he knows well. He's riding at his best, and the lead now has stretched out to 17.5 seconds. And he's not slowing down. Looking at those sector times, he's still pulling out that lead. Another one as well. Love to see it. A little bit of showboating going on this lap, I think. The man only knows one speed, but the race on our hands here at the moment involves this man, Mike Brown. Wow. Leaps off Balacry as he's battling away to take that second position.
And he's got it, Cam. He's got it at Balaf Bridge. He was 0.2 down. He's 1.1 up, so he's got him by 1.3 seconds. There it is at the bottom of your screen. So Mike Brown moves up into P2. That's going to go on right the way through to the checker flag, I reckon. Here is Brown again. Remember, the gap was 1.1. We'll get another update at... he really is on it. He knows. He's had the board saying, get a wiggle on. This is for P2. He'll know that Dunlop's a long way up the road. You normally get to see where the rider is ahead or behind. A little bit deep there, Cam.
Yeah, he did go just that little bit deep into Parliament Square. Look, both these riders have been on the podium in the Super Twin class. They'll be desperate to get back on this Sportbike class podium today.
Let's see then when we get to the hairpin if Brown lost any time there. What was it? It was 1.1, wasn't it? Yeah, to Jordan.
Yeah, Andrew, these riders too will know that this is their best opportunity to get on the podium at this year's TT. They know they're both serious and strong contenders in the Superbike class, but in the senior, they surely know they won't be able to run at the front like they are here.
And the gap has gone up. It's gone up by 0.8 of a second. So despite the fact we thought Brown was potentially a bit wide, he's obviously been pushing really hard and he's edged it out to 2.0. Dunlop, meanwhile, is 27.7 seconds up the road and he's still going quicker than anyone in these sectors. Coward is at Bungalow. 11.9 off Hickman and 10 up. Yeah, those gaps are going out either side of Jamie Coward. And there's Kate's Cottage as we ride on board with Paul Jordan down towards Craignabar. Fans all down the braking zone and on the exit of the Craig Cam, all on the acceleration zone as well. That must have been an incredible buzz to be that close to the fans.
There's nothing quite like it, especially when you know there's only miles to go before you're going to see that checkered flag. And I tell you, after a couple of laps of racing around the TT course, you're usually pretty glad that it's over.
Into the hairpin on the 36 is Lewis Arrowsmith, and behind him on the 55, Michael Russell. They blast up over the mountain. Little pass on the inside, it looks like, on the exit. But coming through Governor's Dip here, we've got our battle going on. 1.6 is the gap between Brown and Jordan as we wait for them. It's a long old wait through there, a bit damp. And through he comes, Mike Brown then. The gap was 1.6. We won't see what it is until Jordan comes over the line. So Brown's going to come over the timing line now and trigger that. Will have his finish time. Jordan will have to do something special to find 1.6 in that last sector, won't he?
He's certainly going to have to. You could see Mike Brown running it all the way out to the curb. And now we'll see Paul Jordan. Will he do the same? It's so tricky for a rider, that last part. You want to be on the throttle early, but you know the road's slippery, it's greasy. You've got to take caution, but you also want that result. Michael Dunlop clips the curb on the inside.
And over the line then, Paul Jordan. Oh, it's not enough. He took a second off Brown, but he misses out on P2 by 0.6 of a second. This man, though, unchallenged to the win, a massive margin. Michael Dunlop takes his third TT win of this week, his 36th of his career. Mike Brown P2, look at that gap back to Paul Jordan. What a great fight.